All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol WKHS, Workhorse Group Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all first-time viewers and investors coming across the channel. Welcome to Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys towards the end of this video that you won't want to miss. And if you don't have it on your watch list, you definitely want to stay tuned on in to add it and keep it on your radar. So here we are with WKHS. WKHS yesterday fell after hours, which we're going to go into in just a moment. But I mentioned yesterday in a video, and I went ahead and posted it on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, I highly suggest it, because sometimes my YouTube notifications, they run out. And even though you want to be up to date on every single ticker symbol I'm posting, sometimes they all don't send notifications through YouTube. So I sent some here through Twitter, and you can also see some of the tweets on the things I'm talking about. So I stated one of ARK Invest's favorite stocks. I bet you won't guess which one it is. It isn't just NNDM. Check out what it is, and moving forward, it is something to watch closely. Share with your friends and community. So I wanted more investors to be aware of this. Then I went ahead and mentioned it today, a few hours ago. Who has been watching WKHS? So this is the ticker symbol I was talking about down here, and it seems to be consolidating slightly above the recent low, which is actually pretty good. And I put a roller coaster because obviously that dip was pretty big, and it seems like it's coming back up, but still not a full recovery or even close to a recovery. Now, yesterday on the Patreon, if you guys have the access to my link, it's in the description down below. You can go ahead and join on in with us here if you want to receive live updates on what I'm looking at, real time, anything that comes across my way. I'm going to show you guys weekly ones, and then throughout the week, if anything pops up and I find value, I'll share it with you guys. So I did a short clip here and I talked about it, and I believe that the negative catalyst that we see here, Workhorse Group went ahead and dropped 50%, right? Because it got passed over for USPS contract. I believe it was a negative catalyst that's going to be a temporary one, and you must watch this moving forward. So for all of you guys that added this to your watch list and paid close attention to it early on this morning and made a rational decision based off of your due diligence, congratulations. And for all of you guys that are seeing this for the first time, if you want to receive more updates like these, you can join us on the Patreon. I'm consistently adding ticker symbols weekly and throughout the week as events happen, and I will always tell you guys what is attracting me the most to the stock. So when we go ahead and go forward, you can kind of see here in the article, let's see if I can get to the point. There it is. It says Workhorse makes electric vehicle focus on last mile delivery. The company currently has partnerships with UPS and FedEx Express, among others. So Workhorse Group Inc. is one of ARK Invest's favorite stocks, right, in their ETF, which we're going to look at their position in just a moment, and it's going to actually confirm from yesterday to today how much of a favorite it is. Now, Workhorse did not completely lose all its revenue opportunity. It has some with UPS, FedEx, and among others. Now, the USPS contract, yes, it's actually kind of disappointing in investors' eyes and institutional investors, because that was a large chunk of revenue that can be obtained in the near term, right? Up front. In the long term, it's going to be a little bit different, but Workhorse still has fundamentally a product that at some point there will be consumers needing it or transitioning to it. So Workhorse as a business model has not been destroyed. They only just lost an opportunity, just one of their customers. At least they still have UPS and FedEx. That's why I believe this was going to be a negative catalyst, a temporarily one. So when we go forward, I go ahead and show in the chart, how it's been reacting and what's going on. And we see the short clip of what it's showing us here. But yesterday it was around 1647. I had stated it could dip a slight bit more, and we need to pay close attention. And today we saw lows here of about right there at 1357, and yesterday's lows was at about 1252. So we talked about it. It went down a little bit more, and throughout the day it started to bring itself up and kind of consolidate a little bit higher, and after hours it shot up. Very interesting to me. Now, Workhorse was in a downward trend for some time, but that USPS contract really took a hit on it, but it still didn't destroy fundamentally this company and their product. They still have opportunity. So I still see potential. And ARK Invest can tell you the same. So here we are. This was yesterday on the 23rd. And I have Nano Dimensions highlighted because I do updates on Nano Dimensions daily. So if you want to check that out, you can check out that video, especially if you're a first-time viewer coming across the channel. So Workhorse is right here. They had 2.6 million. To be exact, 2,611,152 shares. This is how much of a favorite it is for them because they went from that much to this much today, right? 24th. Workhorse, 3.2 million. 3,244,517 shares. That's a pretty big jump right there. That's 600,000 more shares. You know what's going to be even more interesting? If they go towards 4 million, almost 5 million in position as this one continues to move upwards. Now, the overall market, I have told every single investor, is a little rocky, but there are opportunities here, especially if institutional investors are taking a risk shot at it. They see the long term. They're not worried about the next few months. They're worried about the next few years, and they see in the long run opportunity. So this stock has still fundamentally a good business, a good opportunity with FedEx, UPS, others, right? As it says in the article, it just lost a contract or an opportunity so far with USPS, and Workhorse is stating to try and see what can they do to receive some market share with them. So what if that turns around? Imagine the catalyst moving forward. And without that, Workhorse still has a product, and they were going to receive revenue from other competitors of USPS anyways. So that's the good thing so far, and that's why I believe that this downward trend was going to be a negative catalyst temporarily, but this downward trend in the long run here, that it started from way here all the way down to here, I mean, that was something to be a little bit cautious of, but I mean, we're way back down here below some of the points here of October and back to some of the prices of August. So opportunity is here big time, and we're already seeing it touch a high here of 17.38, and it's kind of just sitting there at $16, and it took off. So there might be more momentum going into tomorrow, but I do want every single investor to always keep in mind that the overall market right now is pretty rocky, but we want to watch opportunities for after everything, right? In the long run, once the market starts to go back up and things get back to normal, we've seen certain ticker symbols potential. That's what I want us to always remember and pay close attention to. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end because I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to add this one to your watch list. So for everyone that has made it to this point in the video, if you're interested in receiving live updates on what ticker symbols I'm watching weekly or within the week as they come up, you can join us over at the private community and Patreon. The link is down below in the description, and if you can't find it down below, you can come to my main page here of the channel, and right next to the welcome video, the Patreon link should pop up. Now once you click on it, you will be redirected over to the Patreon page, and this is a community of investors within a financial community that we're going to talk about stocks to add to your watch list, and I will be talking about what attracted me to them and giving you guys updates on what I'm seeing. So if you want to know more information, live updates before anywhere else on any other platform it's talked about, you can join us over in the community here at Patreon. Let's go ahead and jump into this chart and see what ticker symbol you guys want to go ahead and add to your watch list. So the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list is AMWL, American Well Corp. Now we've talked about it several times in the past in our videos, and the first time I talked about it was back in December. I caught it here hitting its highs here of $30. I told everyone, watch this closely. If it pulls back, it started to pull back and level off, and then it ran up, and then it pulled back again. Once I saw that pull back, I did want every single investor and viewer to be aware of this one, because obviously on the way up, we needed to watch closely how it was reacting, and it went all the way down to $24 and some change, and I wanted to pay close attention to see what's going on. It continued to run, and I was caught up with so many other ticker symbols. I did not get a chance to talk about it around this area. Now, I saw it run up to $40 and some change, and then it fell right back down. And as soon as I saw that pullback, I wanted every single investor and viewer to watch this closely for consolidation or a pullback. Now, it did consolidate pretty strong, and it was looking pretty healthy within this area after I talked about it towards the end of January. But the month of February has been pretty rocky overall in the market, and this stock has been plunging down. Now, for those of you that are not aware of what sector this is in, well, this is part of the telehealth sector. So I definitely recommend doing more research on ticker symbol AMWL, American Well Corp. But if you were to go ahead and confirm what is something that's comparable to this stock, obviously I'm not saying it's the same exact thing, it would be something like Teladoc. Now think about Teladoc's, right, market capitalization and also their total entire price per share and market, right? So their market cap here is 36 billion. Their price per share is $254, right? So I'm not saying that it's going to be the same exact graph and exponential growth, but it just shows us the potential. This is a $36 billion company, and American Well is a $6 billion company. So there's room here for American Well to grow over time, especially as telehealth becomes more normalized, and it's becoming a norm to go ahead and do telehealth instead of sitting, right, in an office, in a waiting room, if you don't really need to see in person or see like a lesion or something physical. If anything, like a routine checkup, that's going to become the norm for telehealth. So American Well Corp is definitely one to add to your watch list and pay close attention to, especially as it's dipping and it's below, right, those prices the first time I caught it. It's almost falling back to this area where it consolidated, and it is below the last time I spoke about it again when it was around $35 after hitting this high of $43. So we've already seen this stock's price action and what it's capable of. So there is room here. Now, I have the RSI up on the 30-minute, and it's showing like a recovery, right? And you could see that the RSI is also showing that it's pulling back up, the MACD. But let's go ahead and put the one-day chart, and I want you guys to see something here. The one-day chart in the RSI, it was hitting new lows, and it's kind of bouncing back here, kind of like a sideways movement. You can see it right there, and it hasn't hit oversold. Now, once it hit that peak, it did hit overbought, and since then it's been falling. And you could see here in the MACD that it's not finished with the downward trend, or it hasn't leveled off. So this is the time to watch this one carefully as things continue to play out, and anything in the oversold section may start to look like an opportunity. But keep in mind, with the way the market is, things could continue to go lower. This is definitely one to add to your watch list and keep a close eye on. Big opportunity in this sector. I'm not saying it's going to be just like Teladoc, but it has opportunity, and its market cap is around 1/5, right, of the Teladoc market cap. You can see it right there, actually 1/6, right? 6 times 6 equals 36. So if you were to multiply this number by 6, it gives you an idea of what opportunity and room there is there for that stock to grow into. But we're going to have to see how much of the market share this starts to obtain. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.